Definitely was a surreal feeling. You know, when I got the call, you know, I was blown away. Like,
yeah.
The movie we did. Like, you know, like we sit back at home and watch the press, you know, and watch online blogs, you know, when this stuff happens. And then for us to actually, you know, it was my first time in Sundance, so to actually be there for the first time and then actually be working there to have, you know, filming it, you know, that's like a dream come true, you know, and I feel the same, right?
Yeah, like I was just crossing my fingers hoping to get into Sundance, and then we got such a great buzz and open road about to film, and then we were on our way to Cannes, and like it's just been such a journey, for all of us.
Had you seen the film before the Sundance premiere, or was that also your first
time?
And how, I mean, what was your reaction, you know, first to watch it for the first time with that crowd and the reaction it got?
Yeah, I mean, it was just done so great, and I think, you know, with the cast being who we are and how we were on set, like, that really translated on film. You know, like, you know, when I watched myself and stuff, it didn't really seem like I was watching myself. It was like I was watching those kids, or those you know, people. It just happened to so be me and my friends and stuff like that. So that's how I really knew, and, you know, everybody else, you know, it's the love that we were getting. Like, they would be quoting, you know, just after seeing the movie one time, they just quoting, you know, our lines and coming up, and oh my God, you know, stuff like that. So it was like, you know, as an actor, them coming to you, like, basically appreciating your work is, you know, all that really matters, you know, because,
And your reaction to that whole experience? That's great.
Well, it was like it was the first time that I saw, because I didn't see any playbacks on set, so it's quite a surprise. Like, you know, my parts turned out to be funny. And it was just like it was a little bit. Well, my parts were a little funny, a little sexy, a little crazy, but it turned out to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously both of your big sequence are kind of like big word of mouth, you know, driving portions of the film.
Yeah.
You know, in the movie. So how did each of you first get involved with the project? How did it come about?
Well, I was just in this the script, and I read it through it, and like I just immediately wanted to be in this film. You know, like it was just like I was just like, yes, please, let's meet. I want to meet this director. Me and Rick met up for lunch, and we talked about it. And from day one, he saw me as Lily, and you know, I worked with my acting coach, went in for audition, and then I got a phone call, be on set the next day.
Yeah, similar to me, you know, just with my agents, and, you know, got sent the script. Originally, I got, you know, sent another role when I guess the project was still being developed. And once everything kind of got in line and they knew exactly who they wanted, they called me back for something else. Like, hey, we thought we wanted you for him, but no, we want you for this guy. You know, so I came back and then, you know, killed that audition. And once that happened, you know, 5-6 days later, I got the call for a callback, you know, to go meet with the director. And then I show up, and then he hands me my script, and then it says Jaleel on it. It basically told me, you know, I got the role. And then I met Kiersey, Tony, Shimei, yeah.
And do you either of you have experience knowing somebody like your respective characters?
I think every character in this movie, somebody know, if they're not that somebody, they know somebody, you know, very, very similar, if not just like it, you know. And I think that's what makes this movie so great. You know, because my character, of course, you know, he puts on a little fun just because he wants to be hard, you know. And of course, you have a lot of people who, you know, feel as if they need to present that intimidating side to the world for them to be respected or for them to be, you know, and everybody has a, you know, a little bit of that in them sometimes.
Yeah.
And you?
I pretty much, I know. I don't think, like, I'm not friends with anybody that are like Lily, but I definitely know girls, and I've seen girls, like, at Coachella, like,
haven't we all?
Yeah.
Working with Rick, how was working with Rick? Were you guys fans of his previous work?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Rick's a legend.
Yeah.
Already, you know, The Woods definitely was one of my favorite movies, and first to be actually, you know, in a film of his, you know, it's already just crazy for me. And, you know, I think all the cast, we had a very, very, very great communication line on set. You know, it wasn't, you know, sometimes directors can be intimidating, you know, in the sense of just giving you that direction, and then you feeling nervous and you want to take that direction perfectly, and sometimes you're nervous and you may not get it, you know. And it wasn't even about that. It was like he took our mess ups and made our mess ups work sometimes, and then, you know, stuff like that. So we didn't really feel the pressure, you know, especially for, you know, Chanel was new. Like this is all like new for us, you know. So it was like just to be able to just be easing into the situations and, you know, just talking. I think this made everybody comfortable. That's why we were able to perform so well.
And did you guys bring certain ideas of your own about certain sequences? You know, especially since you guys have kind of like the showy, real sort of showy parts.
I think that's what was great about Rick, because he allowed us to have a, you know, a voice, and we saw his vision, and we all got creative together, and we, you know, made the scene happen.
Come in.
So what was it like? So everyone just bonded on set. I mean, there's a lot of young kids, a lot of new actors. So what was that like? Just to kind of thrown in like
it's
that.
weird because we all clicked. Like a lot of the crew members or the crew people, they were like, this is very rare that everybody are just like so tight the way that we were on set, you know. And it was actually like it was a breath of fresh air to work with all of us, because we had a positive attitude. Like we had long hours, so like, you know, we needed each other to survive throughout the day.
Yeah, just as much as we were cool with each other as the cast, like like literally the DP, the ADD, like we were all it was like a family, you know, and that's what, you know, made everything fun. Like the long days and feel like these long days, you know, just because everybody was just having fun, you know, and it was just a natural, organic, you know, time, and yeah.
And how was the con experience? I mean, go from this little movie that you were shooting, you know, down the street, to Sundance, one thing, and the next thing you know, you're at the biggest film festival in the world, where the world's watching, and not just, you know. So how was that, being at the Palais and all that?
Amazing.
Yeah, our after party was banging. We had it on the beach, and, you know, just having Pharrell out there to support, and yeah, it was cool. I was there already for like some fashion events and stuff, so, you know, to even be walking down the red carpet and talking about, you know, my movie coming up was exciting, and it, you know, I was a very proud moment for me.
He was proud. It definitely was nervous too, you know, just because going to another country to present a movie in English. That's, you know, majority like are urban and a lot of like slang and stuff that, you know, American Jews maybe, and it translated just as well over there. And, you know, even though after reading the subtitles, even though the laughs were maybe like 2-3 second delay, they still got everything. Everything was still, you know, like the usual laughs was expecting. You know, everybody was talking, and then, you know, they made their efforts, even though they couldn't speak a English. They were trying to make their efforts, letting us know how great this movie was. And
they all ended up knowing one word in English at least, which was dope.
Right. That's all they need to know.
So obviously one of the big themes about this, or issues of film, is 90s hip hop. So what's your favorite, you know, 90s hip hop artists, songs, albums, etc.?
I mean, Biggie's, his whole collection, of course. Tribe Called Quest. Tupac.
Aaliyah for me. Destiny's Child.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige.
Did you all bump a lot of that on set?
Not so much.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of current stuff because just we was turning up, you know, stuff. You know, but we did all that the old school that stuff kind of before we started filming.
The research,
kind of get into like, the little vibe of it all, and
like even when I was reading the script, I didn't know some of the songs.
Yeah, look them up,
I look them up and then listen to it,
like,
go back to reading,
song?
Like because I could feel it, like I could.
But it's funny, you may not know it, but then you heard it like, oh, I know this song.
I know.
Didn't know that was the
right,
song. Yeah,
exactly.
That happened to me a couple times.
So you obviously do a lot of music, and there's a lot of other musicians, like young, as far as the young film, the young actors go. So was there like sort of like jamming on set, or you know, during downtime? I mean, since, you know, we just had Cap G, and he was saying about how the downtime, you know, like, you know, when you just kind of hang out.
No, the downtime would definitely consist of, you know, rapping, singing, dancing. I mean, between ASAP, Cap, Shameik, everybody was always doing something, you know. And as artists, you can't help but to be always dancing or singing or just rapping or doing whatever. And downtime, that's definitely what's filled in that, you know, in those gaps.
But and how what else you got going on musically?
Musically, I'm working on my album actually.
Yeah.
I'm independent, so I have a lot of freedom in doing what I have to do. Recently, I just released a track with G-Eazy, and my SoundCloud is getting a lot of traffic now, especially with Dope Press and everything is going on. People are realizing, oh, he's an actor and he's a singer and does this and does that. So, I'm just thankful for everything. So now I can actually create a plan because now I have the right amount of people looking and listening to the point where I can actually execute a project rather than trying to still gain, enough, eyes or ears, before I really, release something.
And then people who otherwise wouldn't have known,
Right.
Especially with this film with the buzz it's getting.
Definitely.
But and both of you first film or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In the next couple months, going to be going to a lot of auditions. It's just whatever's for us is for us. So that project is soon coming our way, and whatever it is.
Yeah, because you had two different roles in like the last thing.
Yeah.
You kind of have. You have the truly scary guy and the one who thinks he's scary.
Right. Ain't mad at that, right?
And you, what's coming up?
Well, I'll be going to Africa next week, which is exciting for me. And
is that for work or just to go?
Yeah, for work.
Okay.
Little project on the side. And then I have just I'm shooting a lot with fashion editorial stuff. I'm still doing a lot of fashion things. And hopefully I'll be doing a summer trip soon, planning something because I've been working really hard, especially with this film coming out and stuff. It's it takes a lot of our time. So.
Did we get a free Angola or Anguilla vacation? We need to get in Sundance.
Really?
We got some little voucher.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna get one.
I'm gonna look it up. We need to do that.
And last question.
And so what do you think? What would you like viewers to take away from this film? As far as a message or or anything.
I mean, not only do we want to just present something fun and very comedic for people, but that's kind of a way that we wanted to do it so we can actually deliver a message and people can take it and apply it to their lives and not just watch the movie. Oh, that was a good movie, good message, but then really actually look at it wow, this is really my life, or this is really my friend's life. And,
relate.
So everything you can relate from, and then the message really apply to your life. Anything can happen. Despite the situation.